What's going on? It's your man Jose, aka the Dominican Dream, alongside
It's your boy, the Maniac.
for the boxing roundtable, and we are ready to talk boxing.
Thing.
Wow. Wow. Look, it's not who he did it to, it's how he did it, and the fact that he went up 25 pounds. Not six, not 8, not 10, not 15, 25 pounds. David Benavidez. Look, I love boxing, but I love people more. And, this is a serious sport. People get hurt. Benavidez demolished Sudo Ramirez, which seems to be a great guy and a great person to the point that, bro, Sean, I literally felt bad. Benavidez is without a doubt a monster. He's a monster. I picked him by beatdown or stoppage. I said, I understand if he doesn't get the stoppage because of the size of his surdo. And we did see surdo's size show up in the fight. Make no mistake about it. In that second, third, fourth round, he was coming back and he was hitting Benavidez with some shit. And Benavidez was feeling it. And you could tell that, it took Benavidez some work to really put damage on Surdo because he's a big body, man. He's a big body, but he found a way to do it. This motherfucker found a way to do it. Behind the jab, behind body work, behind mixing up his shots to the head, body, head. Bro, the combinations. I told somebody I love Benavidez, but I don't really like those combinations. I said because I don't like that shoe shine. Shoe shine, bro. I wouldn't like I wouldn't like to get my shoe shines like that because, bro, there's heat behind those combos, bro. Bro, he literally hit this man with about a 7-8 piece to finally, and then about 3 or 4 more to finally put him out of his misery. It was a combination of him stopping him because we saw the damage that he did to the eye, and also Sudo saying, I can't do it no more.
He made him
What
quit.
what does
Quit.
this performance, again, I never rated Sudo highly, so I'm not gonna act like Benavidez be the pound for pound guy. But it's the fact that he went up 25 pounds. You supposed to, maybe beat a guy in a tough fight and show, wow, bro, you even at this weight you can. But he dismissed him.
No,
What
I
does this
mean,
performance say for me? For me, this performance, whether he won, no matter how he won, winning would put him top 5 pound for pound. Me, for my liking, me. He already did 168, 175, cruiserweight. First person to ever do that. His whole life story, him being a fat kid, him coming up in his brother's shadow. To me, he's going up in weight. And he's not only dominating, but he's demolishing guys. 25 pounds higher. Not, I understand Shakur went up 5 pounds to fight T.O. Whitewashed him. T.O. looked like he could fight another 12 rounds because Shakur's not going to hurt you. This dude he went up 25 pounds and put this dude and retired this guy with that hematoma. He's top 3 pound for pound. Can you move better than him? Maybe. Can you box better than him? Maybe. Are you faster than him? Maybe. But can you beat him? No. No. Morel's a better boxer than him. And Andre is a spectacular fighter. He's one of those 5 tool fighters. What happened? Cejudo got supposedly better footwork, better movement. What happened? This guy's mentality, along with his discipline, is just out of this world. And his punch carried up to cruiserweight. Unbelievable, fantastic performance. Inoue or Usyk, and then Benavidez for me. For me. Then Bam, then Shakur.
Yeah. Yeah, listen. you know, yes, Gilberto Ramirez is no pound for pound fighter. But let's be clear. This guy's only loss has come to another pound for pound fighter. Listen, I just read something that's, yo, bro, that was just mind boggling. In the duration of a 12-round fight, Bivol and Gilberto had, Bivol only landed 123 punches in that fight. I believe in 4 rounds, David Benavidez landed 130 in 4 rounds. He stopped them in the 6th, I believe, or the 7th. That's just mind-boggling. No, he gets all the credit and more for this performance. Yes, I picked him to win, but I did expect this fight to be way more competitive. You said it. You said, yo, he's going to punish him. He's most likely going to stop him. I said, yep. I said, that's a possibility. I wouldn't bet on it, but I said, yeah, that's a possibility. I could see it. But I said, I don't know, man. Going up 25 pounds, it's going to be tough. No, it was not tough. Why David Benavidez continues to display fight in and fight out, right? Whether it's a tough fight or not, he just has something about him, right? And it's just his will to win. And you can't train for that. You can't nothing. It's either you have it or you don't. It's real simple, right? And that will to win is on an elite level. Is probably the most of any fighter in boxing, his will to win. There's other fighters that got that will to win. They'll get up, boom. You know, Bud Crawford is one of them. In a way, there's a lot. But Benavidez is not probably skilled as these guys, but his will to win is just that much. Plus, you know, he got tools. Not like he doesn't have anything. And the hand speed. I was like, oh, shit. Just from the I'm like, oh, and just to see that, I say, yo, damn. And the punishment, man, like you said, it's not that he won. It was in the fashion. We have to, context matters, bro. He went up.
There you go.
The biggest disparity, we mentioned this on the preview. From one weight class to another is 8 pounds. That's 160 middleweight to super middleweight, 168, 8 pounds. The next highest one is light heavyweight to cruiser, 25. And he went up there and looked like he was the natural cruiserweight. He's a pound for pound fighter. Like I send you the voice note, top 3 pound for pound. I'm not going to even argue with that. He's definitely top 5. I don't care. But Benavidez is a special fighter, man. And what makes it even sweeter, man, that he's a humble guy. He doesn't talk shit. He's not flashy. I'm not a gentleman like, and shout to Gilberto too. Two gentlemen. It was nothing but respect, right, in this fight. So the fact that he made this guy who's never been stopped in his life, he made him quit. Because of the punishment he was enduring in this fight. He quit. There's a difference. He said, yo, I can't do it no more. And Benavidez was ready to go 10 more rounds. This was like round 6. He was ready. You said it. Yo, he came in light. Yo, that means he took this shit serious. And all of that translated tonight in the ring. He looked in shape. He looked focused. He looked sharp. He looked hungrier. hungrier than he looked in his past fights. Hungrier. Bro, that's just a scary sight for future opponents, man. I'm sorry. What a fucking performance by Benavidez, bro. To me, that's the best performance. Maybe he's not the best opponent he beat, but that's the best, because that's a unified champion at cruiserweight. He just didn't beat no regular person, bro. Nah, man. Shout to Benavidez, bro. Damn. The guy's just special. He was already in the Hall of Fame, but this really solidified him. This is not even up for debate anymore. Tonight he became a Hall of Famer, and he's not done yet. My only thing, Dream, there's 3 doors for him. There's 3 doors for him.
Before we get there, there's something else that I want to add to his accolades in him being a top 5 pound for pound mandatory. Is that when you look at other people on the pound for pound list, save maybe Bam Rodriguez, who's a 5'2" fighter. He has it all. What is boxing is a sport, but what is it also? It's entertainment. So when you look at entertainment value right now in boxing, he's probably the #1 pound for pound fighter when it comes to entertainment value. You are not gonna get a dull fight. We said it before. He's must see TV.
But when Mike Tyson is walking out with you, that's all you need to know.
Look, enough said. My man, I was cutting my man hair today. I told him, yo, Joshua and this guy going fight. I said, yeah. I said, look, don't worry about that. I said, fuck that fight. Those are 2 big names. But if you want to watch a real fight, you want to watch and you want to be entertained, tune into this shit tonight.
Yeah.
Benavidez don't shortchange you, bro. He don't shortchange you, man.
That's fact.
A lot of people always complain, there's no more knockouts in boxing. You want to see somebody get punished? You want to see a beat down? There's no way you can't like a Benavidez fight. I mean, maybe if you are really, really, really a boxing geek that you prefer watching a Shakur. You prefer watching the art of boxing, the sweet science, and that's what you like. Okay, that's respectable. But the bulk of people, they want to see somebody get beat down. They want to see knockouts. Right. You watch baseball. People that watch baseball, yeah, it's cool to do the singles and the doubles, but ain't nothing like the home runs. And that's what this guy is delivering. So when we look at entertainment value, he has more entertainment value than everybody else on that pound for pound list, man. And remember, you can't complain because Bam, he got it too. But guess what? He's light. I don't really like watching. All right, well, this motherfucker's 190 pounds, so you can watch him. Ain't no excuse why you. This is a big boy, like you like him, right? Americans like big fighters. This nigga bigger than Mayweather, Pacquiao. 160, 170, 190 right now. Jackie says grand slam.
Yeah, that's definitely was a grand slam performance. Shit.
Yeah, look, anybody that's on here that wants to comment, man, feel free to comment. We want to know what you guys think. But that's all I wanted to say. As far as entertainment value, this guy is probably right now, the most entertaining fighter in the sport.
And at least far as let's just say, all right, let's just cut the list to just pound for pound fighters. He is arguably the most entertaining pound for pound fighter. Yes, we know not the most skilled, because that's the thing with a lot of boxing fans. These dudes got selective hearing because they'll listen. Look, they saying that Benavidez is the most skilled. We like, yo, bro, said the most entertaining. But dudes want to listen to what they want to listen to. Maybe Bam will probably be right behind him.
Yeah.
Right. But the the bottom line is, like you said, there's no excuse. You don't watch the small, then this is the guy you need to see. And you know what? Listen, most of our boxing, one of our favorite fighters, everybody was Mike Tyson. Everybody was a Mike Tyson fan. He named him the Mexican Monster. He was there live walking him out. He's not sitting there. He said, I want to walk with this guy because he's like that. So what does that tell you, man? If Mike is backing you, bro, that's it. You validated, bro. You stamped. You good. You certified. So that's that. So I want to get to what's next, right? Because that's what, I want to see more, right? It should become like a drug. Yo, I want more. So there's three doors for Benavidez. Door number one, he goes back down to 175, fight the likes of the Better Beef, the Bevo. Door number two, stay at cruiser and perhaps unify with another cruiserweight that he's been named with, and we all know that's Jai Opatai. Or door number three, which is probably, he might do it because it's in him. Go to heavyweight and fight at heavyweight. Now, to me, Benavidez could beat most of the lower tier heavyweights right now. Absolutely. Now, the bigger names, it gets, eventually, it just gets too big. And that's okay. So I wouldn't advise it, but it's Benavidez, bro.
Philly to Detroit, Gio. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Detroit. Yo, we gotta pull up on Philly, man. I miss going there. It's been a minute. You wouldn't sound crazy even if you said he was the most talented on the list. He is truly that good. And
Yeah.
I wanna pause for a second because Gio, is a guy who usually likes the African American slick boxer puncher types. Him being African American and Puerto Rican, I believe Gio is. So if a guy like that who appreciates the boxing savants, the slicksters, and can say that, can appreciate this man, this bulldozer, then there's something going on, Sean. That means that it's just undeniable at this point.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
effectiveness. And shout out to Gio for making that comment because, yes, because just like I mentioned, Sean, you could be a boo-boo. You could be a Morel. You could have speed, power, better boxing than him, but you probably still can't beat him. So what does that mean? That means that whatever he has makes him that good. The combination of everything that he has all together. And it's truly, it's scary. Jai Opataya, I think that's a scary fight because Jai Opataya is solid at that weight, 190 pounds, solid muscle. Benavidez is not. But he has never dealt with someone with skill, experience, and knowledge of Benavidez, who's been sparring fucking world champions since he was 15 years old. And it shows. After Opataya, Benavidez didn't mention him in the post-fight interview. He mentioned Canelo, Bevo. He said Bevo's number one on his hit list. Bevo. And he mentioned Canelo if you want to get it popping. That ain't gonna happen. No way.
No.
So Bevo, Beterbiev, those are the people that he's looking at. If Jai Opataya wants that smoke, Jai Opataya was talking shit. I seen him today or yesterday talking shit. You pop that shit, Benavidez will fight you.
Yeah, he'll pull up. He'll pull up on you.
He popping that shit, Benavidez will fight you. So, be careful what you wish for. And I don't give a fuck who he. I don't care. I don't care if it's a big ass garbage bag filled with fucking, crumbled up paper and slime. The slime that the kids play with. If I could watch Benavidez hit that shit, and I'll pay to watch that because he's that entertainer. So I don't give a fuck who he fights. I'm watching.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, like you said, man. First of all, shout to Gio and my man TJ. Them two together, they form Philly to Detroit. Gio from Philly, my man TJ from Detroit. Real good brothers. They know they stuff. Always show me love, man. They always put me up on, with them. We kick it from time to time. You know, Gio's a savant, man. The dude knows his boxing, man. And he's a big fan. Actually, Gio's a big fan of Benavidez because I remember he told me early in his career, he wrote Benavidez's name down because he said, I don't want to forget this guy's name. And he has a list, or he has a saying. Gio has a saying, I have to see it first. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
He
I
mentioned
forgot Gio. You could tell me, Gio. I gotta see it first list.
he says
Gio say,
he says he called out Canelo after stopping someone 230 pounds. He
yeah,
definitely not getting the fight.
yeah. Canelo, no, we listen. You know, people, oh, yeah, I just want to see, yeah, Matt. No, it's not hate, bro. People got to understand this is a sport where we want to see the best fight the best, right? That's simple. They was in the same weight class. What are we doing, right? Isn't that's how it worked, Dream? That when you got the best at a weight class, you want to see them fight? And people were still making excuses. Oh, but what happened? He became the mandatory. Yeah, when he became the mandatory, he went up already. He was tired of chasing him. It's not he ducked. He know Canelo knew what it was. And even if he would have said, all right, I'm gonna take the mandatory. Guess what Canelo would have did? Drop the belt. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop lying to ourselves, bro. Like, you know, Canelo's tough, you know, rugged, but he understood that regardless the outcome of that fight with Benavidez, regardless, he was going to sustain a lot of damage in that fight to the point where it was going to damage his image. He knew that. Like, nah, tú estás loco. You think Eddie Reynoso on them like, pinche way? No. Like, we're not going to do that. You crazy? We're not doing that. And that's fucked up. You know why? Because Benavidez would be 10 times bigger if he would have got that fight. And he deserved that fight. You know, people trying to play him. Oh, but who Benavidez for? And who? Bro, stop the bullshit. Who the fuck Belanga for? Who the fuck Belanga for?
Nobody.
Oh, but it's fuck that Puerto Rican man. Fucking Belanga, he's trash, bro. Let's keep it real. He did nothing. Nothing. Look, the dude's doing music now. You telling me he deserved that fight? But Benavidez, who Benavidez for? That's excuses.
And keep in mind, and shout out to all the Boricuas out there. Sean is Puerto Rican, so he keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I don't care who get offended. Truth is true. I think everybody will agree with that. But Langa's not a good fighter. Bottom line, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just calling it like it is. And truth is truth.
Do you know
So,
this? Shout out to this new commenter on the aircraft carrier. Share, like, and subscribe. I don't know if you know him, Sean.
Nah.
The aircraft carrier. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for being on. What's next for David? Sean, you can answer that. Sean was just talking about that. The maniac.
Yeah.
He's just talking about that topic that he could take 3 roads. And what are the 3 roads again, Sean? That he could take. Besides, obviously, what he spoke about. He says he wants to be Bivol. He says he wants Canelo. Since Canelo was there, that's probably why he said that. So he already said Benavidez, Bivol, and he even mentioned flirting with heavyweight. So what do you think is next for him? Realistically,
realistically is stay at cruiser. That's realistic. But knowing the competitiveness in him, he's gonna go down to 175, bro. Because I think his next fight, I think Turkey's gonna be involved, whether it be Bevo, whether it be Better Beef, if it's Opetide, Turkey's 100% gonna be involved because he's signed to Zuffa. So maybe that's next. You know what I'm saying? So to me, realistic, cruiserweight is where to go. You mentioned it, Dream. We spoke about this. We seen fighters, that fluctuation from up and down from weight. It's not good. That shit could catch up to you. It can hinder you in the fight. And We don't want to see
Nah.
that, like knowing, like, yo, bro, you if you didn't have to do this, now you struggling. You know what I'm saying? You fighting a dude like Bevo. Now is 10th round, and we like, yo, this shit might be 5-5 going
Yeah.
into the 11th.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to see that, man. But it's Benavidez. I don't think there's no fighter in boxing right now. And shout to all the fighters. All the fighters are competitive, but he's a smoke collector, bro. He wants smoke. He don't duck it. He want that. He's like, who, where, what? So Opatai, if he keep running that, he gonna be like, yo, you know what? All right, say no more. He's that kid in school that everyone know he could fight, and he's chill. And there's that one kid, I'll fuck you up, bro. I'll fuck you. And he's like, all right, bro. All right. And then it's like, all right, he throw his book back. What you want to do? And I was like, oh shit, it's getting real.
Yeah.
And then reality sets in. So
Yeah.
if I'm Opatai, if you want it, cool. Because we saw what Benavidez did at Cruiser. So now it's like, yeah, I know what Benavidez could do to him. Yes, he presents a different challenge. He's he's stronger, he punches harder than Zerlo. But again, what he's going to have to endure in order to beat Benavidez, right? What we say, you have to walk through fire to beat Benavidez. There's only a couple of fighters in all of this sport, and very few that you have to walk through the fire. And him, you have to do it. And walking through the fire, bro's like walking through a whole football field barefooted in fire. From one end zone to another, that's 100 yards. Bro, the chances of you making that is super slim. And if you do, your feet are done. So
Yeah.
shout to yo, good luck to anybody that get in the ring with Benavidez, bro. Real talk. That's that.
My answer for the aircraft carrier is that realistically, Sean says yes, that he should stay at 190 pounds cruiserweight. I agree. What will happen though? What will happen? Knowing the business of boxing, knowing Benavidez, is most likely what he's trying to target is the Bebo fight back at 175, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend any fighter moving up 25 pounds, 20 pounds, 15, and then coming back down. Once you move up, stay up, because that can really hinder your health, and therefore hinder your performance when you come back and fight at your previous weight class. So I would advise him to stay at cruiserweight. Okay, he doesn't stay at cruiserweight. Let's say if he doesn't, then his move is gonna be to fight Bivol or Beterbiev, unless Canelo comes out the woodwork, and that's not gonna happen. It's just at this point, I don't even know why he continues to mention Canelo. Because there was a point where he said, fuck that fight. I don't even care about that fight anymore. I don't care about Canelo, and he should have stayed with that mentality. Um, so it's just whatever's best for Benavidez and his team. They really have to sit down and think about what's best for him, not only financially, legacy wise, but also health wise. What's best for him? I don't know what move he's gonna make, what door he's gonna take. As far as heavyweight, I think he's too small for heavyweight. I don't think he should move up to heavyweight. But again, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he's going to do. Is that going to happen now? I don't think so, because he didn't mention that right away. He's mentioning that in the future. And he says, I still got 10 more years in this game. You know? So, like I said before, like I told you before, that Ramirez was talking about, listen, I got maybe two more fights. I'm kind of tired. I want to take a break. Well, you're going to take a break now, and that's just going to last forever because it's over. You got retired. You
Yeah, that was
can't. And you said it too. You said, well, if he's thinking like that, you can't go into a fight with Benavidez thinking like that. You can't. You can't, bro. You can't. And that's what happened, Sean. He went in there like, yeah, I'll fight him. Y'all paying me. All right, that's cool. It's gonna be a decent. Nah, 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 nah. When you fight Benavidez, you gotta be ready to fight the fight of your life. Period. Even if he's coming up and wait to fight you. The aircraft carrier says Jay got that kill switch.
Ja. Yeah, Ja.
Yeah, Ja,
That's
Ja.
open top.
Yeah, look. I gotta watch more tape on him. Honestly speaking, I gotta watch more tape on him, and when I do, I'll do my homework. I know you have, Sean. And what do you
Yeah,
got? What do you got?
he does. We seen him with a broken jaw. I forgot the guy that he fought this guy twice, and twice he gave. I see Opatai. From what I see, yeah, he's dangerous early. If you get him to deep waters, he start to fade away. He don't got that same punch, and that's why that's gonna be dangerous for him in the Benavidez fight. He's gonna have to get the Benny early. If that shit is in the seventh, eighth round, yeah, it's gonna be bad for Opatai because we know what Benny gonna do. He not gonna get tired.
He says cruiserweight is a perfect situation for David. I don't think David. I don't think David is competitive at heavyweight. I don't
Yeah,
know if cruiserweight is a perfect situation for David because he is very flabby at the weight as to where someone like Jai Opatai and other fighters up there are solid at the weight. I think it'll take its toll eventually, and the only way I see Benavidez losing is when he's outsized, when he's just simply not strong enough and the other guy's too strong. Anyone who is at the actual size of Benavidez that's not way stronger than him right now, I don't think there's anyone that can beat him. I think it's gonna take someone outside of his weight class to beat him. The same thing with Ban, the same thing with Inoue. Guys in their weight class cannot beat them.
yeah.
And that's why they're the best fighters in the world. Um, so the guy that he fought, I guess, was Mighty's Breadis, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Bredis broke his jaw, I believe, in the first fight. So, we seen all Opatai touch. And even his last fight when he fought Glanton and his Zuffa debut, it wasn't really a eye-popping performance. He won the fight, but it was like, okay, I did expect more. I was a fan of Opatai. I liked them. Then it's just the inconsistency, but he's still a dangerous fight for Benavidez. I want to be clear about that too. I'm not just saying this is going to be a whitewash, but I
But
wouldn't.
what does he? And he has a title, correct?
I He was the undisputed. I believe that. Yeah, I think he was undisputed at cruiserweight, or he was one belt away. Carrier could probably remind me. He got stripped though. He started getting stripped of his belts, and he
So
might have one.
he's
If you could just,
the
if you could
aircraft
just.
carrier says he has a super title now. I don't know if he's joking or not.
Oh yes, I forgot. That's why they stripped him because he's with Zuffa, and Zuffa, they don't recognize those belts. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Zuffa is only recognizing 8 divisions. They're not recognizing all 17. It's
Right,
only
but
8 weight classes.
supposedly, but they are letting
Um,
fighters fight in the in between divisions, and they are letting Zuffa fighters fight for world titles outside of the of Zuffa. So it's a little, it's not
yeah,
concrete. It's not,
yeah, true. Yeah, but
but
that's what they said.
but
So
my he had the IBF aircraft carrier says now
yeah.
what what I'm thinking about is okay, well Benavidez is a star now, right? He not at the level of Canelo, not the level of other guys, unfortunately. But he is a star in boxing. What does Jai Obatai bring to the table to make Benavidez fight him at this juncture? Right? That's the problem. What does he have that that Benavidez will want right now? Right now, that's nothing.
So this is what I would say, right? To play devil's advocate. One, amongst the hardcore in the circles, the name that's the fight that he's being linked to, especially him fighting at that weight today. Ja Opatai has been the best cruiserweight for a couple of years now, right? Based on what's there. So he's been a champion. He's strong, he's young, he's undefeated, he's never lost. So these are
Yeah,
all
but
the things
what
that
does he bring? What does he bring marketing wise, financially, notoriety
what,
wise?
no, that if we looking at that aspect, nothing. Unless there's a certain individual involved, then it doesn't matter. And we know who that is.
Right?
Which
Yeah. If he wants to fight, if that individual Turkey Ali Sheik wants to fight, he'll get the fight. Bottom line,
yeah,
because if he wants it, he'll get it. Problem is
yeah.
now with everything going on, right? With the what's going on in the Middle East, supposedly, they're having some issues even with the Saudi is the sports situation with the Saudis with the golf league and even with so I'm hearing a lot of things. I don't know if they're allowing Turkey to continue to spend money like that because right now what's going on, right? The war in Iran and everything and shutting down of the Strait of Hormuz and
That's
everything.
why that's why gas is so expensive, bro.
Yeah. So it's a tough situation. I don't think Turkey's going to be throwing that money up in the air like that. So I think that's where. Plus, not making excuses for David, but David already said before this fight that he wanted to go up there, but then he wanted to come back down to fight Bivol a better BF. So he laid out his plans. But that is subject to change.
Yeah, he'll fight him. Trust me, bro. Benavidez, without a doubt, will fight him.
Jai is the best at 200 until proven otherwise. I would pick David to beat him, but hardcores no Zurdo ducked him.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and there you go. Like Gio said, that's why he got going. Now, of course, just from the casual aspect, no, they're gonna be like, who's that? But being that David's so entertaining, they're not gonna care. They're gonna be like, all right, who? Or and you know what they hear as soon as they hear undefeated. Oh, he undefeated, that guy. Oh, he be knocking people out. Oh shit, word, yeah. Oh, and you think he could be Benavidez? Some people, oh, I want to see it. That's how it works. That's how casuals talk. So we'll see. Look, I think regardless, the next time we see Benavidez in the ring is going to be a big fight, whether
All
it's at cruiserweight or at 175.
right.
Bottom line.
We about to wrap it up, man. I want to thank
Yeah.
everybody that's been on, and that's on right now live. Share, like, and subscribe. I have one question which I would like
Yeah.
the guys to answer if they can right now. Geo and the aircraft carrier, type it up. I'll put it right up on the screen. Given this performance, given David going up 25 pounds and not only beating Suldo down, but stopping him the way he did, where do you guys rank David Benavidez now? Champion at 168, champion at 175, champion at cruiserweight, the only person in history to do it. Where do you rank him now, right now, pound for pound? I want to know what number, pound for pound, you rank David at. It's ooh. There you go. Number one, the monster. In a way, number two, Usyk, and number three, David. That's exactly just about how I had it. And so you know, uh, doesn't sound like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Uh,
no, you wasn't. That's what I'm saying. I can't argue. Top five, which is where I got him, and I
very
told you
reasonable.
that.
Very
Yeah.
reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, and remember yesterday you was like, yo, Vina, I said, yeah, this is bro. He moves up that pound for pound list, bro. Cause I can't sit here and be like, oh nah, bro. That first of all, is a good win. But it just makes it so much better on how he did it and being it was his debut at that weight. And it's just
And,
amazing, man.
and again, the reason why aircraft carrier and I, at least me personally, have him at number three is because yes, Shakur moved up in weight. Yes, Bam moves up in weight. This motherfucker went up 25 pounds, not five, not three, not four, not six, 25. So that means that's why it means a lot more. And he didn't, outbox him, outjab him to death. He destroyed him, the champion at that weight. So that's what accelerates and puts David up so high on the pound for pound list right now, in my opinion. But thanks for tuning in. This is something that I gotta rewatch. I'm just gonna go on YouTube right now, see what the people are saying on Twitter, on
Oh
YouTube,
no, it's
e-
gonna
e-
be crazy.
everywhere, man. But shout out
It's
to
about
everybody that
he's 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 trending to that rock star status, bro. But and that's why I'm so mad he never got the Canelo fight dream because that would have ascended him to rock star status. Him punishing Canelo because no one has never punished him. He got his ass whooped because Bud whooped his ass. But I think Benavidez, we know what kind of punishment we're talking about, similar to what we saw today. So anyway, man, God got a plan for him, and right now he's getting the love he deserves. And look, man, he's doing it without Canelo's. So shout to David. Can't wait to see him in the ring again. Where we at? We in May. We got to see him by the end of the year. November, December, they better put him back in the ring, bro. Because he didn't, he got touched here and there, but he didn't really took no ass whooping. So can't wait to see Benavidez again. And then shout to everybody, Geo, aircraft carrier, man. If you ain't subscribed, champ, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Me and Dream gonna try to put out more content. We kind of been slacking. So yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in.
shout out to Jackie as well.
Oh, Jackie, yes. Grand Slam.
Well, we got another guy here, real quick. You can hop off if you want, man, but I'm gonna address him real quick.
Yeah.
Uh, his name is Gas 16B11. Better Biev, I guess he means Bivol. Yes, we were talking about that, and David already laid out those plans and mentioned. David been calling those guys out. That's nothing new. So, um, he called those guys out before he went up to 190. He said he wanted to come back down and face either of them. And as far as Jai Opatai, which you're mentioning now, we were just talking about that as well, but he doesn't bring much to the table besides the undefeated record, him being a hungry lion. He has no belts, only like the Zuffa belt now. So let's see. But if he keeps running his mouth, Benavidez would happily oblige him. Anyway, you guys already know, man. Share, like, and subscribe, man. Thanks for tuning in.